All right, guys. So it's almost the end of November, and we're heading straight into Thanksgiving. Now, in this stream, I'm going to be talking about. Oh wait, let me get that to it. Let me just do that later, okay? So hopefully my microphone doesn't break like it does on the computer because, well, it doesn't break really, but it just kind of glitched out a bit. So that's why I'm using my phone to record this live stream. So yeah, not only this will be like a Thanksgiving stream, but I will also be talking about a little bit about the Thanksgiving Day parade. So I'm going to be starting with the history of this thing. Now, if you guys live in America, then you might have grown up watching this parade on either in television or just in real life, just by watching it in person. So let's just start with let me just start with the history of the Thanksgiving Day parade for a second. Now, from what I've heard, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade was originally started in 1924. Was it 1924? Was it? I don't know. I think it was probably 1924. But I could be wrong, but except it wasn't called Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade at all. It was actually known as Macy's Christmas Parade. And from what I've heard, they did use these vibrant costumes as well as those parade floats that travel down the 34th Street, the one street in New York City. And back then, there was no giant balloons at the time. I mean, they used to have real animals from the Central Park Zoo walking the parade, but because they scared so many people, they had to change it. Then Tony Sarg, who I heard was one of the puppeteers on the street, decided to make his idea of putting giant character-shaped balloons into the parade. And so that's what they did. They've been doing this for like a lot of years now, which is crazy. So another thing is they didn't do the parade years from 1942 to 1944, possibly due to World War II at the time. I'm pretty sure that's the likely reason. And then it came back in 1945, which I'm guessing was at the end of World War II. But this parade wouldn't be broadcasted on television until 1953 on NBC. All right, so let me just tell you something. So I'm currently watching this video where they're going to be where they're currently they're pumping up the giant balloons. I'm going to show that to you right now so you can have a better look at it. All right, so as you can see here, there's the giant balloons getting ready for the parade, which I'm guessing is, I hope it's going to be a great one. I'm sure it'll be better than the 1997 one. Oh, there's part of Spider-Man right there. They're still working on him. So that's pretty cool, right? Also, I'm going to tell you something. So, if any of you guys want to talk in the chat, then that's fine. I know I've said that in my previous streams, but I'm just going to do it here anyway. So make sure you be very nice in the chat. Just don't say anything inappropriate or don't ask me personal questions in there. And yeah, I hope some people are going to be watching my streams, which I kind of doubt right now because. So I guess I should be talking more about the Thanksgiving Day parade later in the stream if. All right, so if you don't mind me muting my microphone from time to time because I'm just gonna be working on something so that I don't stutter when I do my live streams because I might need some scripts to help me with what I'm gonna be talking about in the streams if I'm being honest. Oh, there's someone watching my there's a person watching my live stream. So if you want to put something in the chat, then that's fine. Just be respectful, okay? Oh no, it's back to 0. Great. All right, so the view count is back up. Oh no, it's back down again. Fantastic. All right, so I guess I'll be just talking about a bit about the 1997 parade. Oh my goodness, that was. I mean, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 1997 was like one of the craziest events that happened for America. It was mainly known as the Great Balloon Massacre of 1987, mainly because at the time, strong winds and weather just destroyed 5 of the balloons. And not to mention there was a very nasty accident that happened there, which I might talk about later, but I don't want to be too dark in this stream because I'm just currently watching a video about that Macy's parade from 1987. So I could just oh, my view count is still on. I'm just gonna be talking about a little bit about the 1997 Macy's parade and what happened there. So yeah. So I'm just rewatching the stream. So it looks like at the time that the strong winds have pretty much done a lot to this parade. I just need to find the right clips first, so. All right, so this is what I'm watching right now. So this is one of the balloons there. This is Arthur, who is a children's character from a popular show that ran for like a lot of years now. As you can see here, some of the people holding the balloon are just trying their hardest to fight the wind. It's pretty cool, right? Oh my goodness, what the heck is happening here? Oh my gosh. No wonder some of the tall balloons there were just they were quite troublesome at the time. I can only imagine just being in this parade. Now that would be something that is definitely memorizing. No, mesmerizing. Sorry about my grammar. And what else do we have here? Or I might as well just show you the one of my favorite parts of this parade is this thing there. You can see there's Barney the dinosaur. He's just floating down Broadway, doing as good as usual. Now here's a now here's the fact I want to tell you. So Bonnie was supposed to be it was supposed to be next to the Bonnie's Great Adventure float, but then it was pushed back to the Westwood Hoedown float, which is like the float that's in front of him. You can't see that float on the camera, but you know. So when Bonnie reached Times Square, this is what happened. I'm going to show you right now what happened. So you can see here, there's some violent winds are just pushing Bonnie out of control. Actually, I'm just going to jump to this thing. Oh my gosh, he almost knocked out someone. Oh my gosh. Here it comes. And there he goes. Now, I remember showing some of my school friends this, and some of them found it pretty awkward, while others found it pretty funny. For me personally, I just found it pretty funny, so yeah. Yeah, that Bonnie video was pretty crazy. I'm just gonna show you. Actually, I'm gonna show you more of this accident. So yeah, so please wait up. There it is. He's struggling. He's struggling right now. So yeah. Pretty crazy, right? That was like one of the craziest. I couldn't believe that this was real. By the way, seeing the Bonnie balloon just getting a huge hole in him and just struggling down the parade is just pretty funny. At the same time, though, there was some people that just really hate Bonnie, and they think, and they're like, he did deserve to he did deserve to get wrecked, and yeah. So I believe that the 1980s was when popular characters from TV shows, movies, and games have appeared in media. Well, you know, video game characters didn't appear in the Macy's parade until like 1991 or no, it's 1993 when with one of the characters from, what was I meant to say again? I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, so yeah, the first video game character to appear in the Macy's Parade was Sonic the Hedgehog. And like Barney, he also had a really crazy accident, which I'm about to show you right now. I just need to find the footage first.
Large balloon off course 4 years ago. High winds sent another large balloon off course, crashing into a lamppost.
See, that's the one. That's the other major. That was the other major accident that I remember seeing. It was like after I saw the Bonnie one. It was this one is also pretty crazy. I mean, at least the Bonnie one had only at least like one accident, whereas the Sonic one right here was like it had multiple accidents. Also, isn't it crazy that both Sonic and Bonnie were in the same parade at one point in 1997? Except Sonic's accident was started before the parade even started. I mean, no footage exists of that footage, but it was likely that he went into a tree and just, he got ripped. At least there is at least around like 2011 or 2013, I don't know exactly. I think it was 2011. At least in 2011 that they got a new Sonic the Hedgehog balloon, and that one did pretty better than the one started from 1993. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I keep on stuttering at times, but All right, so now I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about the Macy's parade that's about to happen. So I'm going to go back to the footage I just watched before. Oh, someone just messaged me on Discord, but anyways. So this is what the footage looks like now currently for Macy's parade. So this is going to be the 2025 one. It's going to be like happening in a short while, I guess. As you can see here, one of the giant balloons is up. Now this balloon right there, the white fox you see in the background, I think her name is Nura. I think she's from that. I think she's from that Christmas. Is it a TV show or movie? I can't even remember. But something revolving around these Elf on the Shelf characters. I don't really like Elf on the Shelf that much. But this Arctic fox, which I heard is Nura's species, she looks pretty cute. And you can see there's the there's the Shrek float. No, the Shrek balloon. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I heard they're gonna be making a new Shrek balloon at the for the parade. It's gonna be promoting the fifth movie, which I hope the fifth movie of the Shrek franchise is gonna be good, but it'll probably be like a pretty bad one, or I don't know really. I don't know for sure if it's gonna be good or not. You can see there's one of the handlers just working on one of the giant balloons there. Must be a lot of hard work to do so. Could you imagine this? Okay, so if there's not many people going to be talking in the chat, then I might just end off the screen. I might just end off the stream early. So yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. So I'm just going to talk to you quickly about this. So a lot of people wanted this video game character called Super Mario. I'm sure a lot of people know Super Mario from Super Mario Brothers. I mean, he's actually appearing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for the first time. Is that crazy? Oh, there's 2 people watching. That's good. So I hope these people are going to be respectful. Oh no. It's now down to 0. It's now down to 0. That's great. This is odd. But anyways, as I was saying, I heard Super Mario Brothers is going to be appearing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade to promote the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is set to be released, next year. It's also to celebrate, the 40th anniversary of the first Super Mario game. Now, I may not be a huge Nintendo or Sonic person in general, but I still think these franchises are pretty cool. Except I don't like how toxic the Sonic community is. I mean, my friends, they're, huge fans of this game franchise. But for me, I'm just like, it's a good franchise, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm just not into the franchise, really. You see, I'm more into, stuff like, I'm more into stuff that I've grew up with, as well as stuff I do on this. Oh, look, there's one viewer. Are you gonna do anything? Oh, never mind. It's 0 again. Okay, I also want to talk to you about, what I've been doing recently. So, as you might have noticed, I didn't post a lot of things in November for some reason because of, house chores and stuff like that and other personal things in my life. So I really apologize for not uploading on YouTube for at least a few weeks now, since October. So I hope you guys understand why I was, pretty inactive recently. But at least I'm doing this live stream, just for, just to celebrate Thanksgiving. At least for a lot of you guys in America. Sure, not a lot of people celebrate Thanksgiving, but I think it's a pretty cool celebration. Except, I don't think it's as good as say Christmas or Halloween or whatever. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything. So yeah. I'm just saying Thanksgiving is a pretty good celebration, but I'm just not obsessed with it as much as, the others I know. So is there anything I should say now? What else was I gonna say? I'm trying to think, guys, so just give me some time what I'm gonna say next. Oh yeah, so I remember one time I was gonna talk about, that disastrous thing that happened at the 1997 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It was something to do with, the character known as the Cat in the Hat, which I'm sure you guys might know from the Dr. Seuss stories. So basically what happened was that while the Cat in the Hat balloon was going down one of the streets in New York City, it actually knocked over a light post and injured a few people and put one in a serious coma. Now that one, now that sounds seriously horrible. I just couldn't believe it, really. And because of this huge incident, the remaining balloons should not participate in the parade. And of course, you know what's going to happen next. The Cat in the Hat balloon was immediately was immediately removed from the parade afterwards and would not appear in any future parades since then. And not to mention that in 1998, that new rules for the balloons were set. So, the balloons should not be way too tall or not too long, and they should have like a utility vehicle controlling them along with the handlers. So yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna show you the newspaper of what happened with the Can the Hat balloon. So I'm sorry if this will unsettle you guys a little bit, but I really just have to talk about this briefly. But I'm not gonna go too much detail into them. So I just need to find this first. If I can find it, that is. All right, I think I found it. So I'm gonna show you. So this is the newspaper I'm looking at right now. It says 4 injured by balloon in windy holiday parade. Now, of course, it's pretty blurry, but but you can kind of understand the context. This is just seriously, I don't know what to say about this. Oh, there's also some additional information I'm going to read out. So yeah, so newspapers began spreading of what happened during that parade. It was pretty, it was pretty scary at the time, but it was all thanks to the giant, the strong winds at the time, as well as like I think partially the reason why some of the balloons had accidents was because of how poorly built they were, especially the Sonic one. So I'm sorry if I'm just muted for a long time because I'm just trying my hardest to find, some relevant information to talk about before I end the stream. And if I can't, then I'm just gonna. All right, so I think I've run out of things to talk about during this stream. So yeah. So yeah. So that's all I have to explain because I'm almost at 30 minutes now, so I might have to wrap this stream up. So yeah. So if you want to see more videos on this channel, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to, because it really helps me out. And also, I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. If you live in America, that is, because that's the only country I know that celebrates this celebration. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say, really. So this is ZSG54 Studios signing off and saying thanks for watching, even if some of you guys haven't, haven't watched this yet in the chat though, for some reason. Anyways, this is me signing off, and I'm going to be off in a few seconds. So yeah, see you guys.